Hello and welcome to the course on Google Cloud Machine Learning with TensorFlow. I am super excited that you decided to join, and I can promise you will learn a lot and we will have tons of fun along the way. This course will be an incredible ride through the fundamental concepts of Google Cloud Platform, machine learning in general, and TensorFlow in particular. But before we dive deeper into the topics of this course, let me briefly introduce myself.
My name is Tobias Zwingmann, and I have been working in the fields of data and analytics for quite a while. Currently, I am employed as a senior data scientist in Germany, and I'm also a data science mentor for a company called Springboard. I earned several data science certificates by the Fraunhofer Big Data AI Institute in Germany. I'm passionate about machine learning, cloud technologies, and Google services in particular, because these are the ones that I'm also using in my professional work. If you like to connect, feel free to reach out on LinkedIn. Enough about me, let's talk about the contents of our course. So this course is structured into 6 sections. The section 1 will be an introduction to the Google Cloud Platform. In this section, we will learn what Google Cloud Platform is and how you can use it for machine learning tasks. We will create a GCP account, prepare our environment, and learn more about how you can interact with GCP. The main tools that we will cover are Cloud Shell, the Google Cloud SDK, and AI Platform Notebooks. If this all sounds very new to you, don't be afraid, we will tackle all these things in small and easy steps. Next is section 2, Machine Learning with TensorFlow Fundamentals. In this section, we will gain the concepts and working knowledge needed to use the TensorFlow framework for high-performance machine learning workloads. We will also revisit the most important machine learning concepts and how to include them in TensorFlow. These concepts will include simple things such as linear regression, logistic regression, and k-nearest neighbor. We will implement our algorithms using a practical example, and whenever possible, we will stay with one dataset and look at it from different angles. Next up is section number 3, Basic Model Training with TensorFlow 2. In this section, we will use all our newly gained knowledge and build a simple machine learning model in TensorFlow. You will learn how to stage and pre-process data, fit a model using the TF-Keras API, and finally test and export the trained model. Section 4 will be a little bit more advanced. Here we will explore advanced training concepts with TensorFlow such as distributed training or GPU training, and for those cases where the training run takes longer, we will utilize TensorBoard to monitor our training progress. Section 5 will be all about putting our model into production. In this section, called Serving Model Predictions on GCP, we will look at the different ways how a TensorFlow model can be deployed to GCP. We will compare the different approaches and we will implement each of them using the model we built in the previous sections. Our model will serve predictions from a cloud compute engine running TensorFlow Serving, and in a more serverless way using both AI platform and cloud functions. And finally, in the last section number 6, we will explore the fundamentals of neural networks. Now, we won't go too much in detail here, but in this section you will learn about the fundamental building blocks that neural networks are made of, and more importantly, we will look at how to implement a neural network in TensorFlow using the Estimator API. Now again, if this sounds all too complicated or overwhelming to you, stay with me. I promise we will cover everything in simple language and, more importantly, using a variety of different examples. So, what are the goals of this course? In this course, you will learn how to use Google's Cloud to train machine learning models with TensorFlow and how to use these models to predict results. You will learn how to train models efficiently on very large datasets using distributed training strategies and serverless technologies. A model isn't useful unless it is deployed somewhere, so you will also learn how to deploy your TensorFlow model on GCP. And finally, we will briefly cover neural networks and how we can build them at scale using the power of both Google Cloud and TensorFlow. So if you want to sum it up, you could say that by the end of this course, you will ace at training and serving machine learning models with TensorFlow on Google Cloud, and even beyond. Sounds exciting? Alright, but before we start, let's briefly talk about the requirements needed for this course. Regarding hardware, You won't need much because we are doing all the computations in the cloud. So actually there won't be any machine learning done on your PC or laptop, but instead we will do it on virtual machines on Google Cloud. And that is why the only thing that you basically need is a computer with a modern browser such as Chrome or Firefox, as well as a stable internet connection. Regarding skills or technical knowledge, I'm assuming that you are at least familiar with the basic concepts of Python and its packages NumPy and Pandas. You don't need to be an expert at it, but this won't be a Python course, so it is good if you worked with Python before. Also, it is useful if you bring some experience with the shell or command line interface on Linux, because we will do some scripting there as well. But again, no need to be an expert. We will just do some basic stuff, and you could probably also pick it up during the course if you haven't worked much with the command line before. The same applies for statistics. It is good to bring some basic knowledge, as we won't talk about what a distribution is or what a mean is or basic things like that. And also, if you have done machine learning before, maybe even in other frameworks than TensorFlow, then this is definitely an advantage, but it's not required. Just note that this course is not teaching you all the machine learning concepts from the ground up, but rather how to do machine learning using TensorFlow on Google Cloud. But we will revisit the most important concepts and talk about those things that we need during the course. So I can't wait to get started, and I look forward to seeing you in the first section, Introduction to Google Cloud Platform.